Hi, this is Jackie Tomlin,
And I'm Ellie Lieberman.
and this is When
When
Spirit.
Spirit Speaks.
Hello,
That was
everyone.
hello. That was probably better than what we've done. That's probably one of the better
That was
ones.
really close. That was really
One of
close. We're
these
getting better and
days,
better.
when hell freezes over, Jackie and I will be in perfect sync.
Exactly. Exactly. But
How are
it's
you?
funny. I was thinking today that really I had not planned on starting a podcast till like the first or second week of January, and here we are the
Yeah,
last week of December, and we are 7 episodes deep.
it's awesome. I'm so excited. I've really enjoyed this first segment that we've had going on. We're finding our flow now. So
Absolutely,
mhm.
absolutely. And I want to put it out there that we are booking for January. We do have a couple slots open. We've got a couple people lined up, but we have a couple slots open.
Yep.
And if you're interested in being a guest or getting a read here, it is When Spirit Speaks podcast at gmail.com. Just let us know you're interested. So,
Yes, I am.
so today's episode, we're going to do a little bit differently. We have been bringing on guest speakers, which we absolutely love because this is
Yes.
what we do. We both work full time as
My
psychics,
favorite. Yeah.
and reading people live is it's wonderful, and that's what we do. So today we're going to give you some 2023 predictions,
Yes.
and we do have guests. We're reading each other today.
Yes, we are, which I'm scared about because Jackie can read me like the back of her hand.
But she reads me well too.
Yes,
And,
yes.
and the thing about it is, what I want our listeners to understand is when we bring you on the show and we do these readings, and it's all about stuff that's going to come to pass. We want to bring you back.
Yes, we want updates.
Yeah, we want to know what came to pass, what happened, because a lot of times they say it happened exactly what you said happened. What
Yes,
happened did happen, but it didn't come in the way I thought it was going to happen.
correct. I mean,
So.
this is why it's gonna be weird. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready, Jackie. I'm ready.
Well, I do want to start by making mention that we are currently under Mercury retrograde, and
Yes, it
it's going to
starts
run through
tomorrow officially. Tomorrow is
officially, and
official.
it's going to run through January 18th.
Yep.
And it's a couple days going in and a couple days going out to shake the ick of that off. This is your time frame of the unexpected. And
Have fun.
yeah, this is good, bad, and just
You
look
know,
out, guys. You know what
so
they say.
if you're
Buckle
having
up, buttercup.
electronic buckle up. If you're having electronic issues during Mercury retrograde, look, don't sign contracts. I know we're coming through the first of the year. That can
Yep.
be really difficult. Try to postpone them if you can. Don't get married. Don't do the things like don't shotgun it, like
Right.
be really smart about your contracts and your communication. But if you're having electronic issues and you're a crystal person, I highly recommend carrying smoky quartz with you. It grounds you and it takes on electromagnetic fields really well. So that is something that you can use to try to calm it down. But this is a real short retrograde. We should
Yeah,
be fine. It shouldn't be too
absolutely.
bad.
Now, for me personally, 2022, not my best year. Not my best year.
I had a weird one.
Everything that could go wrong health-wise went wrong.
Yeah.
Everything went south, and I was down, and uh, thankfully my regulars pulled me through. I had to kind of let the business go to the wayside. It's just been a very difficult year. So this is the first time, Ellie, in a long time I am so ready for the first of the year. I don't know what to do. I want a whole redo.
I
I
think
want a
a lot
redo.
of people feel that way. I saw a post, it was like a little like saying or something on Instagram or one of the socials, and it
Uh-huh.
said, does anybody feel like they had 2 years in one, where up until June it was one life and then from June to December it was another? And
Yes. Yes,
resonated with me, and it's
absolutely.
resonating with so many people. So we had a
Absolutely.
lot. We also had an insane astrological year. There was a lot of planetary stuff going on
Yes.
as well. So don't be scared, guys. Next year is going to be interesting. I pre-pulled cards because I take forever and I'm
Okay.
long-winded. So I pre-pulled cards for every month. I could tell you from the overview, this is going to be a lot of learning, a lot of grounding, and a lot of preparation for really solid finding out who you are.
Right.
It's going to be a year of finding peace and boundaries.
I would agree with that. And I also want to say, I mean, I know we get onto the hype of the ball dropping and it's midnight and yay, it's a new year. I really see the new year starting in March. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So don't be surprised when come January 3rd or 4th, your life is exactly the same.
Yes. I
Okay.
could see
Because I
that
really see
actually.
the big changes are coming in March. Okay.
Well, I
Whatever
got,
reason.
so I just want to just preface with you guys, Jackie and I
Yeah.
did not pre-talk about
No,
what we
at all.
saw.
No,
So
we
this
never
is a
do.
really, I have no idea what she's going to
Yeah.
say about next year. So for me, what I've gotten is through January through March, we have a lot of setting intentions. So a lot of people they don't want resolutions because resolve is not the thing. That's been done and gone. We don't want resolve. It's intentions and being very clear. All January, I highly recommend that you are very clear about what you want because it's going to ride for a while
For a
after.
while through the year.
You have to, because the card that I pulled for February is the Seven of Cups reversed, which is about not being delusional about what you want. So
Yeah.
you need to be very clear about what you want and don't have any delusions. It's not the house or the cars or the things.
Right.
It's deeper than that. What is going to fulfill you as a person? Why are you here? These are the questions that
Well, and I think it's gonna be an interesting year. I know from my clients, the one thing they're wanting to hear is finances.
a lot.
Will I be financially stable in 2023? On a whole, on a whole, okay. Finances will begin to increase. Okay. It's going
Yes.
to be a better financial year than 2022, but it's not going to be record breaking year.
No, you're not going to have like lots of windfalls or anything like
Right.
that. I honestly feel like it's going to be the land of opportunity because
Right.
collectively I'm looking at these cards and I'm thinking about a lot of patience is being required, a lot of leaps of faith, and seriously good boundaries. And so when you're talking about finances, you need to have good boundaries. This is about being responsible. Do not take giant risks. This is not the time to do that financially.
Right.
It's a time to invest in self and to literally be the most responsible you've ever had. If you've never had a savings account, get one. Put $20 a week away. If you put $20 a week away for 52 weeks, it's $1,040 at the end of the year. You never know when that is going to come into fruition and help you.
Exactly. Exactly.
I want to know. So the weirdest month that I have here
Okay.
is actually the month of June. What do
Okay.
you think 6 months in? What are you getting for the years halfway in?
A standstill.
Oh, that matches the card.
A total standstill. What did you pull?
The Five of Wands.
The standstill.
That matches the card that I have. So this
This is that energy of you're ready to scratch somebody's eyes out, but you don't know why.
so that every day I
Yes. Yes.
yeah. So like I always look at this card as like an opportunity to stop fighting with yourself.
Right.
So like a standstill. So you may be feeling this hype because come March, there's decision making happening, which is what I think
Right.
Jackie is feeling is like things aren't really going to start to move forward until you're like, this is who I am. This is what I'm doing.
And then
This
it
is
just
how
is
it's going
like
to be.
it blows up at that
Because
point.
sacred traditions start to happen, really going into your spirituality, opening up your field, its boundaries, not barriers, things like that, where you're not blocking yourself anymore. And then all of a sudden you have this standstill because spirit is funny like that. And it's almost like I have a lot of clients who wait for the other shoe to drop.
Mhm.
And I feel like that people like that are going to really have a hard time in June where they're like worrying all the time. Like,
Well, and I think it really, and this is coming from a Sagittarius. It's a patience problem.
okay, so guess what card I got for July?
a patience problem.
Yeah, I got the card of Temperance.
And that is the Sagittarius card.
It
So
is.
yeah,
So she's calling it as I'm pulling. These are pre-pulled. So
yeah.
here's what I think about being at a standstill. It is great advice to be patient. When you're at a standstill, that means so come June, the answers haven't come yet, and you're getting really irritated.
And do nothing.
Do nothing.
Absolutely
Don't
nothing.
react. Don't react.
Do nothing.
If you want to go on vacation, June would be the time, considering it is a standstill time of, go on vacation, plan it for June. If things are going to be really just kind of chill and not moving, make yourself busy. Go do things that you want. Go to the water
Right.
park. Go hang out with family. Don't work hard at that time because it's going to go
It's the month
nowhere.
of, doing stuff that, you've been putting off, whether it's
Yes.
cleaning out closets or creating a new flower bed or
Yep.
whatever you want to do. It's the stuff that you've been putting off. June's going to be the month to do that.
Absolutely. Get busy. Do the things. If you plan on traveling, travel at that time because it's a standstill. That's the time where you don't want a lot of chaos happening. You don't want to go and leave work and then have all the calls on your vacation, things like that. That would be a good time.
But then you know what I see in August as we progress through the year? I see money.
Yes. That is absolutely. You know why? You know what I see? I think August is going to be a time of reaping what you sow. So
I would agree.
It's like
what you've been working for, what you've been putting into, you're going to get those rewards back.
It's not 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. It's more like I find it to be like self-exploratory. Like, I know my value now. Things are starting to manifest. I'm going to go into this abundant energy because how I was feeling August last year, I am not pulling in this year.
Exactly.
It's this like reflective space. I agree. Yep. What do you think about, what do you think is going to happen around Halloween?
Wow. Like, so we're looking like at the end of October, going in November in that area, whatever. I see marriages. Lots and lots of marriages.
I think people are going to
Popping
find
off.
themselves. Yeah, it's funny that you say
And when
that.
I say popping off, I mean, I see a lot of marriages taking place throughout the year of 23 that are just not planned.
Yes, some shotgun partnerships.
Very, very
like
whimsical, very last minute decision, and it's done.
Please don't let that be me. I'm not ready, y'all. I'm not ready, y'all. Listen, I have a really nice boyfriend. His name's Nate. Shout out to Nate. But let me tell you something. I'm not ready. Nope. We'll see what Jackie.
We will talk about that here in a few minutes.
I'm as red as my shirt, y'all. Okay, so here's what's interesting is if you're gonna take leaps of faith like that, which I do have the Fool card here coming in September.
Yeah, that's
I have this
jumping
huge
in with both
faith.
feet.
You better be ready because it is going to be a balancing act in October. And it's also going to, through October into November, it's going to be a balancing act. You need to get your money in order. You need to get your house in order. You need to make sure that, okay, you found your person, you have your partnership. Now it's time to make things happen, and it's time to build and use good judgment.
Well, something else I'm seeing throughout the year is we're spinning off a lot of new businesses. A lot of new businesses are coming.
Yes.
We're bringing back the mom and pop shops. We are the ones that maybe lost their businesses during COVID or doing something different. Yeah, I just see a lot of new businesses coming in.
So for me, I talk a lot about like how I channel and like how information comes in. And if you're seeing my face right now, you're watching on YouTube or one of the videos, I just looked to the right and I was like, I just had a message from Spirit come in when she was saying this. So I say that Spirit comes in sideways. It's like a 45-degree angle and I get like mounted. Like, it's like, it doesn't come straight on. Sometimes it just comes in like that. What I just thought about was, and this is going to be probably tough for some of you guys to hear. If you had a miscarriage last year or you lost children last year and you are trying for a baby this year, it's going to be very, very, very good time, very productive time. See a lot of It's not just birth of new business. I see births and just a lot of
Birth of
babies coming,
ideas, birth of
ideas.
ideas,
I
and
just got like new souls as a
right,
message. So I would not be surprised if we see a lot of babies or a lot of pregnancies happening, people trying again after some time. Um, there was a lot of miscarriages during COVID and that time, and a lot of people lost their children. So my condolences to all of you who are hearing this and this resonates. I think you should try again if you're hearing this. This is your message from spirit, from me particularly. You should try again. It's going to be successful.
right.
So there's that.
Yep.
What do you think the final countdown of December will be, Jackie? What do you
This
gonna
time next year,
get? I'm so
well,
curious.
one thing I do see is total and complete happiness
Mhm.
and contentment.
Finally,
And we're not anxious waiting for 24 like we are in 22
this is
waiting for
very
23.
anticipated. People are very
Right,
much anticipated.
right.
So I pulled the card of judgment, and I love that
It's a
in
great way to end the
relationship,
year.
because with you saying happiness, judgment is about discernment
Mhm.
and having really good discernment. If the last few years have been heavy on the lesson learning and heavy on who you are and keeping people away and inviting new people in, who do you have sitting at your table? And that
Right.
is your experience. That means by the end of next year, you're going to have that figured out. And that is a massive, massive lesson. It's a
Well,
huge
and it
lesson.
starts with what we said about the beginning of the year of setting boundaries and
Very
intention
important. If you guys
because
don't
it's
know
going to
who you
play a
are,
big role throughout the year.
if you have got to get a kraken on knowing who you are. This is why Jackie and I are here. You should really hire us if you are struggling. I mean,
Exactly.
I don't mean to plug, but like
Yeah.
seriously, there I would never throw shade on any competition or any other readers out there, but social media is flooded with readers right now. There's a ton of different people who are doing a lot of different things. Pick someone who you vetted, that you feel comfortable with and you're safe with. If you don't know who you are or what intentions to set, this is the time to figure that out, to book with someone like us, because we know how to manifest. We also are not going to lie to you. I'm not going to tell you what you want to
What you
hear.
want to hear.
I'm going to tell
Exactly.
you the truth. And which is why I'm scared for Jackie and I'm probably stalling right now for her to read me.
Well, I think we should move on to Ellie's reading. So,
She's mean. It's okay. Payback's a bitch.
one thing I know is that your business is going to increase. Okay. And the increase I'm seeing, it's on an upward swing, but it comes in spurts. Okay.
Sure.
So, like, there's an increase January, February, you may stall out for March and April. Then there's another, but you're steadily going up. Okay.
Okay.
Now, let me say this. Let me say this to you.
I hate it here.
This is where I'm talking about there is a glow up. Not a blow up, but a
The
glow up.
glow up. Yes,
The
we've
glow
talked
up.
about this. Yes.
Okay. There's a glow up.
Mhm.
Things are going to, you're on to the beginning of something pretty big.
I feel that, astrologically, I'm considered to be on a 12th house year, which is the end of a cycle and the beginning of something new. So
Well, and what I'm seeing here
I'm
is that's
scared.
great for you, but it's going to trigger some jealousy within that inner circle.
Oh, sure, sure.
Okay. And some of that jealousy actually may be a family member.
I could totally
Okay. So
yeah,
you're
I
just,
could see
it's going
that.
to be one of those things that you're going to have to work on your glow up and accept them for who they are and what they think and acknowledge their thoughts and or opinions and move on.
Yes. I really appreciate
Okay.
that you're saying this. If you know me out there and you're listening and you followed my journey and you know me, you know that every time I rise, I face persecution. It is a
Right.
thing for me. And so it's interesting that Jackie is saying this. I am not surprised.
This
It's
is
like
part of that setting your boundaries on the
that
first year.
boundaries
You need
within.
to know that glow up is coming. And some people are not in that circle of that glow up and they're not happy about it.
I
Okay.
have that happen often.
And well, I do too. It's like the moment you see a little bit of success, everybody's wanting to kick you, or they want to. I've got some magic fairy dust going on, or something like that.
Totally.
They have no idea. Ellie and I make our jobs look easy. Okay. We
Yes.
look like we just have fun on a podcast, to which we do, and we have fun with our readings, to which we do. But there is so much that goes on behind the scenes that people do not see, and that we do actually work hard for what we have and where we're at.
It's crazy.
So, yeah, it's absolutely crazy, but yeah, we do portray that. We
I
just,
love it. It's
yeah,
hard work. It's way harder. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, your life must be so easy. You're a psychic. Oh, you must have so much fun." All these things, and it's really hard. It's
but
it's it's exhausting sometimes.
you have a year coming to you where I'm going to decide, say, and I know the ones that my YouTubers, y'all get so irritated when I talk about divine timing. And
Mm.
it is divine timing. It is a year where things will line up and fall in place for you.
I'm excited for
It's a
that.
very easy year. Very easy year.
I feel it.
There is a trip coming up by water, but I'm really thinking a cruise.
I hope so. Let's go. I could see that. I'm not surprised. I'm ready. What you're saying is really invoking a lot of emotions. I'm trying not to cry because I have spent so long to get to this place. Like it has been, like she said, this glow up that I have been. It has taken. It's been a journey. So
And it's been a journey. Okay, now the other thing is you need to know you're on the right path.
yes,
When I first met you, you were getting ready to move.
I was.
And you didn't know you were getting ready to move. You were just all over the freaking
I had
place.
no idea what was going to happen to
And
me.
I think you just had, yeah, you had no idea what was going to happen to you. And you had too many people telling you what
Mhm.
you need to do.
I sure did.
So that has changed, and that's just going to grow because I do see happiness, and
So glad.
happiness is 80% of it, that's it.
Yes.
Now, in regards to your relationship with Nate.
Anyway, I love him so much. Y'all, one of these days we'll talk about my relationship with Nate and the synchronicities and things because it's pretty magical.
It
He's
really is. It really
he's
is.
magic. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, all relationships have a hiccup in the road. They
Yes.
all do. I really don't see any red flags or warnings with you and Nate.
Yeah.
There
Me
is
neither.
going to be one, either you pick up a secret admirer or he picks up a secret admirer where the other person is going to have to intervene, but that's the
I could
biggest
see
thing
that.
I see. But I do see you two in the mountains. Okay. I see the
We
mountains
want
as a backdrop. Okay.
Mhm.
Ellie, that's probably where your proposal is coming. Is
Dude, you're like
the
the 10th
mountains.
person to tell me stupid things. I hate it here.
In the
I hate it
mountains.
here. Yeah, I mean, I'm so open to that. If I'm being 100% honest, you know what I mean? Like, I would say yes today for sure, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just scared, I'm just scared. This is a man who was married for 15, almost 16 years. So
Right.
it's a big deal for him to do something like that. Like he would not just ask anybody to marry him.
Right.
This is like a big deal.
Well, he also wouldn't ask some woman to move out of state to come live with him either. That was a pretty big deal too,
That's true.
you know?
That's true. I
Y'all
mean,
do have a
it's
magical
it's
synchronicity
crazy that
connection.
you said that because that's not what happened, but I do believe that his soul called me here.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
crazy that you just said that because we actually had this conversation. Oh, Jackie's so psychic, y'all. I don't even understand it sometimes. Okay. Yeah,
Now,
I
a nice
mm,
surprise that you have coming this year.
mm,
Are you due or are you ready for a new vehicle?
yes.
That's coming this year. And
This is
Ellie, I mean,
everything I
you and
needed
I
to
have never
know.
talked about. I spent years and years in the car business, and we never really talked about that.
What?
You're not, yeah, you're not a car gal, okay?
No.
So whatever car you're buying, you're like high school girl, freaking excited about it. It's like, let's take a road trip. I don't know what it is
That's
about this
exciting.
car because you are like, it's transportation. It gets me from point A
I
to point B.
am.
You know, it's not that big of a deal. This
God,
particular car is a super big deal to you.
I have it in well, I'm probably gonna just it's probably because I'm gonna be able to afford it, to be honest with you, to be able to really I look, I've had nothing but like really reliable, really strong like my last vehicle I ran to 330,000 miles. Jackie ain't lying. I don't buy them and sell them. I don't.
Right. I don't either. I
Bring it
got one that
on.
I like and I stick with it. And
I'm kind of like I'm like that at a restaurant. I don't really change. If I like something at a restaurant, I order that every time. I've always been the kind of person. I'm so boring. I'm so boring.
Nate's gonna push you out your comfort zone this year.
Guys, it's so annoying. He's like, have you ever tried sea urchin? I'm like,
Why would
yeah.
I?
He's like, come on, babe, let's go. Here's what I'm going to say is that everything that you have said so far, it lines up with the other psychic people in my life and the messages that I get and what I feel for myself. And I'm really grateful.
The other message I have for you, and I'm not sure if this is going to resonate as a family member, a close friend, or maybe someone you don't even know yet. But there is some part of you're going to take part of their rehabilitation.
Mm,
Okay. And that rehabilitation is coming from an addiction.
I am not surprised.
Okay. You're going to play a very big role, very influence them in the right direction. And it's going to be very moving for you.
This is like an all-encompassing theme. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Okay.
Okay. I can accept that. You know, one of the things that people don't know about me is that I'm sober. And
Yay.
yes, I am sober. 12 years coming in April. So I tend to attract other people who have addiction issues because I used to be an addict. And
Well, and maybe that's
there's something
part of
about
your
I know a
calling.
lot of people who are in rehabilitation or have relapsed or ex-boyfriends. I mean, it could be anybody.
Anything.
It
Mhm.
literally could be anybody. I could think of probably 50 people right now. What really resonated though is that it's not somebody that I know yet, which is probably what it'll be. I tend to be a manifester of new people. So
Well,
the
and
seed
I
is
mean,
planted.
I'm not really familiar with the area that you're in, but I will not ever exclude you working in a rehabilitation center as maybe a spiritual advisor,
Done that. Yep.
maybe as a motivational speaker.
Interesting.
Um, when I say rehab center, I'm not talking like AA meetings. I'm talking about a center where people go and stay to dry out and go through the therapy and stuff.
Oh, I think I would
I could
absolutely love
absolutely
that.
see you doing that. I can
Oh,
absolutely see you doing that.
I'm so ready for that. It's funny that you say that about 2 years ago, I was actually doing accounts payable for a private rehab that had 7 facilities, and I all of them loved me because they were like they would stand there. All the patients would stand there, and I'd
Yeah,
be
but
talking to them. And
you wouldn't be doing payroll or accounting
no,
or
I
anything
would
like that.
actually the plan was I got so inspired by helping. I just wanted to speak all the time. I just wanted
Well,
to go
and maybe part of that is
and
sharing your story.
yes. Being an intuitive, I find there's always some sort of hand in hand. There's people who wake up, they tend to be getting sober as well, and they have a lot of intuition that happens. Your soul re-enters your body, it wakes up when you get sober, and a lot of people have a lot of synchronicities and stuff when that happens. So I appreciate
Pretty
this
fantastic year.
message. Yeah, I'm excited. We'll make it happen. Let's go. All right. So, Jackie, the best thing I can tell you that I know for sure is going to happen is that you are going to fall in love this year. Love is coming.
Is that a good thing?
It is. Well, I'll coach
Is
you the
that a
whole
good
time.
thing? Huh?
I'll hold your hand the whole
Okay.
time. I immediately pulled the lovers card for you. It is going to come probably March, April. It's coming. And it's not anybody that you know. I don't think it's anybody. Sorry if you guys think that you're Jackie's boyfriend right now. Wah, wah. Keep dreaming. It's a very unique individual, and love is coming. It's because it's time. It's time for you to have some companionship. This is a very unique experience for you. You will not have, this person is not your type. This is not in your mindset. It is going to hit you like a ton of bricks. But I think there's a reason for that, and it has to do with trust issues. Um, there's a lot of history that is being cleared out right now when it comes to your trust issues and the issues that you have just with people in general. People
Yes.
have not been fair. You know,
Right.
Jackie and I get persecuted. People take advantage. There's a lot of stuff that happens as psychic people. It's the woe is a healer issue. It's not an isolated situation. Jackie isn't manifesting these things. It's just kind of part of the vibration that we live in. And so for her, this has been a long time coming for her to really be able to trust someone again and to let them into her heart. She was completely fine by herself for a long time here. She did not want anybody, but her heart is changing physically and emotionally. There's a lot of things symbolically happening when it comes to her heart. So I want you to be really intentional. This is about having clear intentions. Once again, speaking out into the world what you want.
Okay.
And you tend to joke a lot,
Yes.
and you think it's so funny to talk your shit.
Yes.
And I really urge you to not talk shit about love this year. Your words
I'll
are
try
really,
not
really,
to,
really,
because it'll
it's a
manifest.
bad habit. It's a bad
Yes.
habit. We all do it. She's,
Mhm.
Jackie and I have a private relationship, of course.
Yes.
And so we talk about a lot of stuff, but I really urge you to be intentional. Every time you talk about love, happy thoughts.
Okay.
Seriously.
Okay.
Warm, like really genuine. They can't be delusional. It's not love and light, nothing
Right.
like that,
Right.
but genuinely happy thoughts. Like, I'm ready to receive love. Money wise, it's just going to be slow and steady, Jackie. It's just going to be slow and steady. It's
I'm
just
good
like
with
what we
that.
said in the year. It's not, it's about gratitude as it comes. And
Mhm.
so I pulled a ton of mental and communication cards for you for the year. So I think it's all about your voice and how you talk about things. It's very easy to become bitter when we're accustomed to certain stuff.
Right.
And you are clearing all of that like right now. It's done. You're
Right.
so done with not
Well,
being
I am
happy.
so done with 2022.
It messed with you pretty hard. It
Badly,
did.
badly. Things came at me that I would have never, even as a psychic, suspected.
No,
Um,
same. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, just it was just, I'm not gonna say unbearable because obviously I got through it. It was just, it was not the way things were supposed to go.
No. So the not necessarily the monkey in the wrench, but I think what a curveball, and I know that maybe we've talked about this. I don't know. This is a very feeling very deja vu-y. So, um, but I think you're going to move.
Okay.
I think it's going to be at the end of the year,
Okay.
and it's going to be an extremely illuminating time.
Okay.
Illuminating. We are talking about opportunities. We are talking about I'm free. I didn't realize where I was living was holding me down. You know, I can't
Okay.
believe that this was the thing. It's almost like your house right now is like the attachment that is causing suffering.
Right.
Does that make sense? And that
It
it's like,
does. I've
how?
had I mean, you're on point with some other my psychic friends have said that there would be a whirlwind type relationship that comes in the spring.
Yes.
That would be a permanent thing, but they also saw me moving out of state. And
Yeah, I
that
could see
really
that.
surprised me because I mean, it's
Your
nothing I
family's
said
there, your
intent
kids
to,
are
but
there.
yeah,
Like, why? Like,
yeah,
your world, you're really
yeah,
comfortable. Listen, that happened to me when I lived up north. I was like, had everything set, and I had no idea, what was going to happen. I'm so glad that I did. And so
yeah.
I really urge you to not fight it.
Yeah,
as psychic people, we can manifest. And if we don't want something, we can change our timelines. Guess what, everybody? So can you.
right.
So, this is the point. Is like it's the most possible outcome, the most probable future based on the pattern that you're in. I do
Exactly.
see something with your father figure in your life, and having a new connection, a new opportunity, a reconnection, a deeper conversation, a deeper connection. So I
Mhm.
don't know if you are looking to reach out to him more or you want to connect more, but the Emperor card suggests seriously reaching out to your father, coming out and just saying, I love you, I need you, I want to be in your
I
life
have a
more.
stepfather in Georgia who's been on me about visiting. And so, yeah, that would resonate very big.
That that is
Yeah.
awesome because I think you would love the South.
Oh, I love where he lives. I just love it.
I'm very close to Georgia. I'm just saying.
I
Please
know.
come down our way. Man, it's not my fault if you move down here. I'm just saying I didn't
That's
do it.
it.
Your daddy did it.
That's it.
I could see
Yeah.
you really just enjoying that and wanting to be there and having a sense of home and comfort and security.
Mhm.
Um, your happiness is extremely affected by your environment. Right now, your environment is it's wonderful. It's the best you've ever had,
Mhm.
but more. You
It's
need
very
more.
calm. My environment is very calm and very drama free.
Yes.
It's taken a long time to get there, and it's kind of like my bubble. I have created my bubble here. So
Come June, be very careful about your mindset. That stagnant time that we were talking about, I
yeah,
want you to not Five of Cups it. So, it's very easy to say, "Oh, but all these things happen, but where's this? And why aren't these happening and where's this?" It's the worst habit you got into this year
yes,
ever. Spirit
yes,
is telling me that this was a huge lesson for you
yep,
because you are so goal oriented. You are so driven.
uh-huh.
um that can also be a downfall for you because you always want more, you always want to pull, you always want to do those
My
things.
drive for success
It's
is
insane.
never fulfilled. Never, never. If I reach 5 goals, then I've made a list of 20.
Well, because if you don't feel like you're doing anything, and that is a
Right.
very dark and dangerous word. The greatest news I'm going to leave you with is your final card, your outcome, the biggest thing that's going to happen is the Ace of Pentacles. And so I can't believe I pulled it for you, but then I can believe that I pulled it for you. But it's going to take until the end of the year. This is not going to be some instant
Right.
windfall. It's literally after October. I could see even Halloween time. Come the fall, you're going to be like, this is what she was talking about.
Right.
There's this massive opportunity that happens. Um, and it's going to be beautiful. It's not just one coin, it's the big kahuna. It's the land of opportunity. That could be anything from a radio deal to just an opportunity to travel. It could be your production, it could be ghost
Anything.
hunting. It
Yeah.
literally can be anything, but the build up, you're going to have a moment and you're going to be like, I see the pattern. You're
Right.
going to look back
Right.
and you're going to go A plus B equals C, and it got me to Z.
Yeah.
But because you get in your own way, the universe is going to intentionally make you blind to some things, and you need to be prepared for that. That's the best advice I could give you. If I wish someone would tell me that I was going to have a year like that so I could just have more faith.
Absolutely.
It's a faith.
Absolutely.
So
So,
I hope that
but
that brings you peace.
I put it out there. We were talking about boundaries and intentions, and my intentions for 23 is I'm changing things up with my business. So,
Yes, yes.
to see where that's going to lead. And
There's gonna be like this whole new integration. Like if
mhm,
I could pick a
mhm.
word for you for the next year, it's integration.
Yes,
It's integrating all of the things that you have and having them be working smarter, not harder.
right.
Like that. So there's something about this man coming in and helping you with that. He's a business savvy person. You
Either
need this.
that or I'm going to hire somebody because I
Yeah,
do need some help. I really do.
there's some
So,
sort of support there, like he's very good or very resourceful, or he's business savvy, or something that he's probably been there, done that in some form or fashion. Is like, oh hey Jackie, I could do this for you, etc. Which is probably part of your manifestation as partnerships.
yeah,
It's coming forward. So don't worry about moving. You're going to still see family all the same. Everything's going to
that's
be
awesome.
fine. You're not going to abandon anybody.
Yeah.
So go
Well,
on with
I
your
think
side.
that's going to bring us up to the end of the show. I do want to give our information. Okay.
Yes.
We have Ellie Lieberman here, and she is beguidedbythelight.com. Same way with Cash App, Venmo is Be Guided by the Light. Now, both of our phone numbers, you can text us. You can reach us via text. Ellie's number is 818-427-3870. And schedules are starting to get busy, so I recommend to go ahead and book in
Yes.
advance if you can. And I'm Jackie Tomlin. It's JackieTomlin.com. It's the same way. Phone number is 804-731-2302. So yeah, we'd like to hear from you. And if you want to be on the show, if you want that
Please.
free reading, it is When Spirit Speaks Podcast at gmail.com. Let us know. We are booking in January now, and looking
Into
forward.
February soon enough. I mean, Happy New Year, everyone. Please, please, please
Happy New Year.
love yourself. Stay safe. If you need us, we're here for you. And I'll see you
Absolutely.
after the first, Jackie.
Okay, we'll see you next year.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.